everyone, and welcome back to the SOTA Pop Podcast. As always, SOTA stands for School of the Arts, and pop, it just kind of sounds nice next to it. Today, as always, I'm Brandon Underwood.
Just today?
Just for the day.
I'm Dottie Tanner.
And we're here with some lovely people who would like to introduce themselves.
I'm Taz.
I'm Harley.
They have last names, but you're not allowed to know that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Harley
sick.
Dauma.
Oh,
You'll never learn mine.
Perfect.
wow, that's beautiful. And what makes you people special? Why are you on the podcast today?
I was really hoping you'd tell me.
Yeah, that's why you guys. That's why y'all came in.
I'm Hamlet.
I'm Ophelia.
Oh, okay.
We're doing Hamlet.
Yay!
Yeah, the university's putting on a production of Hamlet Abridged. Hamlet Abridged, and these are the two, stars, I guess you could call
Please
them.
don't call me
Stars.
that.
Really,
Stars.
it's just Hamlet.
No, it's not.
Well, oh, okay.
Ophelia's just here.
Okay, period.
So, I'm someone who, someone's reading some Shakespeare off to me, and I just kind of get frustrated. I'm just like, gosh, what's all this thee?
That's why you stopped talking to me.
Thee and thou. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Thee and thou and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, come on, stop beating around the bush.
Right.
Right.
Anyway, so could you, for our uneducated viewers, could you explain a little bit about what Hamlet is? I mean, I don't think you're going to, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Hamlet and the hundreds of years it's been out.
Me or the wonderful Harley?
Hey, whichever one of you
I
wants
think-
to
Harley,
answer.
you got it.
Yeah.
Taz, you have a much better understanding of Hamlet than I do. So
Okay. Hamlet, I'm going to try to be brief because Hamlet is, I've been obsessed with Hamlet for a very long time.
Okay.
and that's why you're answering.
Yes, it is on paper the story of a Danish prince and all of his family and what it means to live and grow up surrounded by people who don't understand you. But I've always believed that Hamlet is a representation of aging and feeling insecure and growing up and angst in a lot of ways. And that's sort of why I fell in love with it and where I sort of approached the character. What about you, the lovely Ophelia?
So basically, my understanding of Hamlet is not quite as deep because, I don't know. But really, it's just it just follows Hamlet through a bunch of trials. And then Ophelia is also there. And I have always really appreciated Ophelia as a character. I feel like she plays a really important role in the development of everything as we follow Hamlet and his frustrations and, like I said, trials. But yeah, that's all I've got.
Love.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Truly. Hey.
Oh, Dottie?
Bleep that. Immediately bleep that. Do not share that with the public.
I didn't know we could do bleeps on this podcast.
Well, it
Yeah,
depends.
not too much.
I
not
would
too
have
much.
changed my answer.
It depends. It depends.
I would have changed my answer.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna mute Brandon for a second so he can
Brandon
open his
opening
candy.
the loudest candy in the world.
Okay, so obviously, this is not the first show that you guys have ever been in.
Might as well be.
You guys are, neither of you are freshmen. You've been here for at least a year.
I'm 35 years old.
Harley, you're a sophomore.
I am a sophomore.
And Taz, are you a junior or a senior?
I do not know anymore.
Oh, beautiful,
I will be
period.
here till the world ends, I
Hey,
fear.
and that's beautiful. So what was the experience like? How is this different than the shows that you have done in the past, with it being like a traditional Shakespeare play? How is it different than the shows that you've done previously?
So it's really funny because my first show at UNA was completely different. I can't even explain how different my first show here was. So it was an improv show that was loosely based on Romeo and Juliet. So there's a little bit of a similarity, but not really. That's as far as it goes. Like I said, improv show. It also was a little bit of WWE in there. And we didn't know what characters we were going to play each night. We literally, they were wiffle balls. Is that what they're
Mhm,
called?
mhm.
Yeah. So our characters were written on wiffle balls, and we walked into the space and grabbed a wiffle ball, and that's who we were playing. And there was like a loose storyline that we had to follow. Like we all kind of memorized that. We did have to memorize Mercutio's speech in Romeo and Juliet, which was an experience. But like, it was just bizarre. It was really fun, but holy cow, was it bizarre, because we never knew like exactly how it was going to end. There was a lot going into it. I got to cuss out a lot of audience members, which was fun. Actually, I cursed out Michael Curtis Johnson's daughter, which I'm not proud of, but it did happen.
That's awkward.
So, yeah. Basically, yeah. So with that, it's kind of refreshing to go back to something so traditional.
Yeah.
Quick timeout. You're gonna be okay, Taz? Right? I'm like hot as is.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
No, I'm not
I just want to make sure I don't.
That would be such a good if you catch.
That
a
would not be
pass out.
good.
Oh my god! Can we catch a faint?
That would not.
No.
Do you need a water or anything?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to check before we get like an hour in, and then Taz just like folds over. I'm like,
God, I hope we don't get an hour in.
This is going to be a 3-hour podcast.
yeah, 3-hour
We
podcast.
got a lot
Dottie,
to talk
cancel
about.
your plans.
The extended cut.
The extended cut. That was a good sip. That was a good.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that was a good sip.
All right, Taz, now you answer the question.
This has been very strange for me. I've never. All of my shows have been very dialogue heavy. A lot of back and forth, a lot of quick overlapping. Most of what I say in this show is to the audience
Or to himself.
or to myself. I speak to no one for about an hour. An hour of this show is me talking to nobody. And that was an interesting, it made me immediately become pretentious and heady, where I had to be like, where is my motivation? Who am I giving this to? Where am I finding this drive? Playing Hamlet has really made me the worst person.
Oh, okay.
I've immediately become pretentious and annoying. And there's no, someone said the word perchance to me the other day. Biggest mistake they ever made. I immediately started going into iambic pentameter.
That's good.
And so this show has ruined me in a lot of ways.
Okay, but like in an artsy way.
Oh yeah. I've just become the worst person you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
In artsy way.
Yes.
Yeah.
In an artsy way. That's beautiful. We love getting involved in our art and
And becoming the worst person you know.
and becoming the worst person you know. So I guess also quick shout out Soda Pop Instagram, UNA Soda Pop. Find us on Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff.
All that jazz.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff.
Podbean.
And you guys got your own little Instagram reel. The UNA Cinematic Arts put that out. What was
I
that?
don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to? Okay. Wow.
Listen. Because what do you mean the first clip I say, Hamlet is about a Danish prince named Hammer?
Named Hammer.
Named Hammer.
Well, that's my nickname.
Well,
You were talking about WWE.
Yeah.
The Hammer.
I just don't know if that was like, if that's what I actually said, or if it was something with the audio. Like, I'm genuinely so concerned because I don't remember that. And then the other answers, I'm like, I said Hamlet is like Romeo and Juliet with a lot more sword fighting. No, it's not.
It's less sword fighting.
There's so
Actually,
much less sword fighting. And I think I meant to say like death. But I just don't know. I don't know what happened. I think I was just really scared.
Well, if you want to know something good, we actually specialize in making people look bad
Thank
too.
you.
So,
Yeah, okay.
And then also Taz was talking about talking to himself for an hour or so. That's basically what the podcast is as well. It's us talking to our 9 viewers, 7 of which are children.
Yes. Because, of course, all of us are a figment of Brandon's imagination. Now make
Yeah.
all of us fade out so that Brandon's the only one sitting here.
I'm the main character.
And make him look dirtier.
I'm
and
the Rick
grosser.
friend. Yeah.
I'm the Rick friend.
In podcast. Now.
That was so loud. Turn it
Okay. I'll turn.
I didn't know we had sound effects.
Oh,
Oh.
do
I
we have
did.
sound
I was
effects?
waiting.
Tell me you don't watch the Soda Pop podcast without
Hey,
telling
Yeah.
me you don't
Hey,
watch the
I
Soda
knew.
Pop
I was
podcast.
waiting for it. I promise I
love-
was waiting for it.
I love. If I could reach it, I would have already hit like
See,
4
Can I
of those
press
buttons.
You put me in front of it.
Yeah,
which is a
press
horror.
one, Harley.
Press
Get
one,
in
pick
there.
one,
Harley,
pick one.
you go
See
first.
what happens.
Yeah, that's about right.
What is that supposed to be?
I don't know. Who the game
Crickets?
is.
Crickets.
That doesn't sound like a. Oh, I love that.
That's the sound it makes when I walk into a room.
Yeah, that's the theater major sound. Oh my gosh.
That's what my phone.
That's Dottie's sound.
Dottie sound effect is just.
Sorry.
Yeah, just throwing. So what? I guess what specifically about the abridged version is different from the regular Hamlet? What's drawing y'all to the abridged version?
So Hamlet, the original runtime.
Hammer.
Don't. Shakespeare's Hammer originally runs at about 4 hours.
Dang.
So, I mean, I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I don't think I want to sit and listen to Hamlet talk for 4 hours.
Yeah.
With all due respect to Taz, I don't think many people nowadays, especially with the high schoolers, because we are having school shows where high schools are coming in, and like if I were 16 years old and sitting in the audience and already had some like stigma against theater as a concept and as an art, I think it would just make it so much worse if that show were 4 hours long.
True.
So that's what drew us, or Suzanne, to the abridged version.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. So you guys are doing school shows. That's exciting. Are you guys like excited about that? Are you a little bit wary of it?
Only
like,
fear. Only fear.
Perfect.
Only fear, terror, dread.
You know, high schoolers can smell fear.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Just a
And
warning.
that is the only thing I smell like is fear.
Oh, perfect. So any high schoolers, if you guys go watch
She
Hamlet.
does this a lot. She talks to our high school audience quite a lot.
Brandon, cut that.
High schoolers,
Cut
if you
that.
just get a random
Hey,
whiff of
cut
fear, it's
that.
because Taz is walking by
It's
you.
because I'm
True.
nearby.
True.
And I'm afraid.
He's within the vicinity.
So, Dottie, you did Frozen Junior. Do you have any advice?
You interact with kids a lot.
Brandon's favorite thing on the planet
Is
is
the
that I
fact-
directed Frozen Junior.
I
It's a
feel like
really
this has
cool
been
thing.
referenced a lot.
Has it been referenced a lot?
It's a
Boy, oh
cool-
boy, has
Boy,
it.
oh.
Well,
boy.
Bandron knows the impact that
Bandron
show
knows
had.
that. So I don't know that Hamlet is super similar to Frozen Junior.
In a lot of ways, I am like Kristoff.
In a lot of ways, I fear you're like Elsa.
Yeah.
That is the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Oh my.
Sorry.
dying.
That's what Hammer does to
I can't wait to look at the soda pop and realize that this episode was not uploaded. That they cut the entire thing.
This is we're being very chaotic today.
And it happens every time.
That's okay.
The podcast historically has a history of a lot of like theater people on here.
Unfortunate.
We've got to cut that down.
I agree.
We've got to cut that down.
You got to get
This
some
was-
engineers
this-
on
We
here.
were scraping the barrel with these
On the
people.
School
Yeah.
of the Arts podcast, we gotta get some engineers on here.
We got to get some engineers.
Engineers. That would
Business majors.
Not part of School
Get
of the
Suzanne
Arts.
on here.
Yeah.
Not part of School of the Arts.
Get Suzanne.
be.
on.
Nah,
Suzanne
she
is.
wasn't available.
They asked.
So, could you describe for people who are like me who don't know much about Hamlet, like what the tone of it is? I guess like what people can expect. Is it going to be like an emotional experience? Is it going to be just like, gosh, glad that's over?
So short answer is dread.
Dread.
That's the tone of Hamlet.
And that's
Okay.
just the actors.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I think of Hamlet as a much funnier show than most people. I think there's a lot of really funny moments that sort of act against the more tragic ones and makes it
Yeah.
less of an intent.
Sure, yeah.
Like most of Hamlet's monologues are funny to
Yeah.
some extent.
Yeah, because he's so angsty.
He's so angsty. He's
Yeah.
such a 17-year-old.
Exactly.
And I famously
He's actually
stopped
like
aging
30.
at 17, so
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
Taz
sense.
is one of those people who, like Dottie, is like secretly like 47, but
Mm-hmm.
looks like they're 20 something.
I was the
Dottie,
original
I didn't know
Hamlet
this about
actually.
you. Oh,
Dottie's like 47.
original Broadway cast.
I was the original. I meant like, in Stratford upon Avon, but sure.
So, what's balancing the comedy and the tragedy like? How do you, as an actor, go about doing that?
You're gonna make me sound so pretentious.
Hey, that's okay.
To me, it was a lot of finding the character, finding the reason of the pain of it all, and sort of how he manages that pain. Because almost all of the comedy comes from a sense of admitting that he's overwhelmed and be like, this
Yeah.
is crazy. This is everything I'm feeling is crazy. And allowing myself to be the joke, I think, was important for me.
Because he still sees like the shadows in his room, and he can't take back the love that he gave people.
That's enough.
Yeah, right.
And it's to the point where he loves and he hates people,
yeah,
but he can't replace people.
yeah. None of us can, in a way.
he can't change people, so he's got to replace them.
We got to get this man a beat.
That's easier said than done, though.
It is.
I'd say.
But he thought they were the one.
He thought they were the one.
Let's talk about our emotions.
He's listening to his heart instead of his head.
He was. Would you say he was listening to his heart instead of his head?
I think famously he listened to his heart instead of his head.
We're gonna get copyright for this.
Well, Brandon's about to perform.
Yeah.
Let's
just
talk
the
about
intro.
let's talk about personal emotions.
No, that's okay. We don't
How
have to do
we're doing off stage.
that. Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah. What kind of offstage turmoil has there been?
Maybe we don't go into it.
Yeah, Harley.
Has there been?
You're done.
Fair.
Full trans, like completely, I'm being real here. Suzanne. I hope you're listening. If you're listening, Suzanne,
Suzanne.
you are probably the kindest, most amazing director I've ever had, and
She's
it's
trying
so
to get
refreshing.
cast later today.
Hey.
Suzanne's not gonna see
Suzanne.
this before auditions.
Exactly.
Send her a rough cut.
Auditions for Spring Awakening and The Grown Ups. Is that what the other one's
Yes.
called?
Yeah.
They're doing auditions today, which they wanted us to shout out, but we had pre-recorded too many episodes. So retroactively, pretend that you saw this beforehand.
Yes.
Go audition.
Go
Yeah.
audition.
Today,
In
tonight.
the past.
Or if you can't audition at UNA, go audition at another local theater.
audition
Go
at
audition at your
Yay.
local theater. Put
Yes.
in.
But
'Cause
Suzanne,
it doesn't take much to be an actor, as
No.
evident. It's evident.
honestly, the worse you are, the better. I think.
Absolutely.
I've sort of
And
failed
noticed
upward.
that.
Get into that. Let's discuss
Well,
that.
I think it all starts with my dad in a way.
No, that's
Okay.
Okay, let's go up a couple years.
Oh, up a couple years.
I don't have to go all the way back.
I sort of failed upward for most of my life.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Love.
it was a progression.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, well, to piggyback off of that in like a not like crazy serious way.
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, like with stuff like this is something that's been performed like time and time again. What do you do to sort of like make it your own, to make it something that is like completely like make it new in a way without falling flat on your face? Like how do you do that with having so many people, so many like incredible actors in the past,
Right.
having already performed these roles? We've seen it so many times. What makes you like, or what gives you the motivation to go out there and do it in your own way instead of just going out there and doing it the exact way everybody else has?
Yeah.
So for me personally, I care a lot about Ophelia. Like from the get-go. When I found out about this show in March or whenever it was, April, I don't know, a long time ago.
We both handled it very well.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I immediately was like, this is so important to me. Because Ophelia has always been so important to me. Like she has such, like even beyond just the show, just beyond what she does in Hamlet, she has inspired just so much. Like fun fact, a lot of early psychology, like, because unfortunately a lot of psychology in like the 1800s, when people first started like looking into it, it was mostly like targeted towards women to be like, no, you're just crazy. You're just a woman. And the idea of like lovesick hysteria and all this was because of Ophelia and how she was written in Hamlet. And that's just like, it's, sorry, it's not
You
like
can cut this.
it's obviously kind of a sobering fun fact, but it's still like, hey, that says a lot about like how women were seen at some point and then how that evolved. I just have always really found that kind of fascinating, and just how she is in the show specifically. Like it's just always things that I've been like, I'm not going to say that I see myself in that, because if you know anything about Ophelia in the show, towards the end, it gets kind of choppy. Like it's a little bit, yeah.
Choppy is crazy.
I don't know what word I was going for, but just with that care, like I think it's been a process of like, how can I keep her, but also show that she is more than just lines to me.
Yeah.
And obviously, like Susanna's given us opportunities to kind of play with things, and a lot of my scenes where like it's just really heavy or whatever, like really I haven't been given any like just solid blocking, which is nice because I'm able to just really go out there and be in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop yapping now because I could go on and on.
No.
good.
No. That was awesome.
Dottie has places to be.
Hey, but also the whole point of the podcast is to yap. So
Yeah, we're gonna
That's
stop
fair.
talking. I think you guys got it.
Yeah.
No more questions.
We'll do
stretch
the heavy
this
lifting.
20 minutes into about 45 if you don't mind.
That would be
Actually
good.
not taking questions right now.
Oh, perfect.
See, but
The whole thing is in 0.5 speed.
right. The thing is, Taz and I both could sit and talk about this show for
Dude,
hours.
I have.
Yeah.
People are
Yeah.
tired of me in
Hey.
a way. For me, Hamlet is such an internal character where, I mean, so much of him is looking at the audience and telling them how he feels in this moment. I really had to find myself in that, I think. A lot of, like, putting myself in that situation, finding times when I felt alone and unseen. And the poetry of it all really helped because I am famously a pretentious, obnoxious person.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, I think, easier for me than I thought it would be to feel those emotions and then connect it to, now I say these things. Finding that, like, the emotions are so intense that speaking it plainly wouldn't do in a way.
Right.
I have to be heady and over the top because I'm a kid who feels alone and misunderstood. And the only way that I can express how this feels to me is through prose. And yeah,
Hey, Hamlet is like 30 years old.
he's 30 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
That's okay.
this was before therapy, so he's
Fair enough.
he's about 17.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. You get something? Bro, let me look at ChatGPT.
I can keep talking about Hamlet if you would like me to.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of the episode.
That is, in fact, the whole point of the episode.
So I think one of the most interesting parts is Hamlet's relationships to others and how they sort of intermingle. Ophelia, would you like to speak on Ophelia's relationship to Hamlet?
Yeah, so funny enough, in the abridged version, you don't see a lot of their relationship. Even though there is a lot to it. And definitely in rehearsals, we've talked a lot with Suzanne about like where we see it, like what we think it is. If we think it's just like a kind of like high school type, whatever, immature, not serious relationship. And I think we've kind of all come to the conclusion together that it's much more than that.
Yeah.
And I think you definitely see that in a lot of the kind of back and forth of Hamlet and his emotions and how he behaves. It's like, for example, there is a scene where Hamlet basically just like stomps all over Ophelia and is like,
Metaphorically.
yes,
Well, yes, of course.
metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
And is just like, hey, you never mattered to me. Like, this was never real. And she's obviously like, you know the song I Know It's Over? I was actually listening to that
I
last night.
don't
and I was
know
like,
that
wow.
song.
Covered by Jeff Buckley. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
You
I was
know,
listening to
did
that
that
last night and I
help?
was like, wow, this is crazy.
No.
But it's just like, okay, I'm sorry. Look it up. Listen, do that later.
Sorry,
That's your homework.
can we dub over
That's the Hallelujah guy, right?
That is the Hallelujah
Yes.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
the
Correct.
Shrek. That's the Shrek guy.
Yeah.
He
okay.
didn't do that version.
He didn't
Okay.
do that
That,
version.
but he, you know, like, Lover, You Should Have Come Over, you know, like D1 Yearner. Anyway, sorry.
D1 Yearner.
Okay.
No, I'm
We
sorry.
can stop
No,
talking
it's-
about Jeff Buckley.
It's okay.
So I think Jeff Buckley.
I just wanted to say that because that's what I like. That's how it like.
Yeah,
it made
yeah.
sense in my head.
Yeah.
Like if there was a
Yeah.
song for that scene specifically, it would be that one.
Right.
But that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I just needed. Okay.
You're doing great. It's okay.
So-
Cutting this whole episode.
Yeah. So that's just kind of the vibe of that one scene, and then literally the next scene, he's like, "Hey," and
Yeah.
it's just it's kind of because of his state. Like nothing is normal
Yeah.
in his head. Nothing, like no matter how familiar and comforting his relationship with Ophelia was, I mean, it doesn't matter because of where he's at. Like there's there's so much that you see throughout, whether it's directly to Ophelia or not. Like the whole like doubt the sun, you know, but never
Yeah.
doubt I love. That one, you know. If you don't know, you should. And
if you don't know, come see Hamlet Abridged.
Come
Exactly.
see Hamlet Abridged.
And then like at the end, he's like, whatever your line is about, I loved her with the strength of 40 brothers or something.
The love of 40,000 brothers with
That
all
one.
their quantities of love could not make up my sum.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Exactly. So
Someone
it's
knows their lines.
For that scene.
like, right. I hope so.
We're cutting all the scenes I don't know.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, so it's like you see this kind of weird dynamic of obviously he loves her a lot,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but because of his situation and just his world kind of crumbling around him, it doesn't matter how much he loves her because at that moment he really has no capacity to love,
Yeah.
even if there's so much.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me to play in a lot of ways because I always play sort of love-struck idiots. I feel like that's what I play best is guys who love past the moment when they should have. And so finding that and I always believed that Hamlet loved Ophelia deeply. So finding that drive to, well, now I'm screaming at her and telling her that I never really loved her. That was difficult to find.
Yeah.
Calling her a basically.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not allowed to say that. Sorry, bleep.
Bleep that.
I'm sorry.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Calling her a
Right.
is
Right.
not beautiful.
A
Right.
harlot, if you will.
Harley.
So you're talking about a scene where you're like yelling at each other a lot. How do you go about doing that in a way that doesn't feel like you're yelling at your friend? Like,
Yeah.
how
Well,
do
we're not
you-
friends.
Perfect.
Yeah,
so that
so-
that just like eliminates all the issues.
See, this is news to me.
I've gone
perfect.
I've gone method for this role, so I've killed 4 people.
Perfect.
we've gotten advice before on how to act or like how to approach acting stuff, and I think for some people it is like, I know talking to one of my professors, he's like, it's like an alien concept to me. Like it's just kind of magic how some people are able to like slip into it so easily. So what is like yelling at someone or like crying about something that like, you don't necessarily care about in the real world? Like what is that like as an actor? How do you approach that?
For me, because I do most of the yelling. I feel so bad for you. You just have to sit there and be yelled at for most of the show. I had to sort of find that pain in other places, like who in the past has hurt me, and I'm famously a pushover, so it was sort of an act of imagining, like, what would I do if I had a backbone, if I listened to, not even backbone, I guess, because he's not standing up for himself, he's being a bully, he's hurt for sure, but he's still acting out in an immature way. So it was almost like, how would I react if I listened to that voice, that temptation to be a child and scream at someone? What would that feel like? And so much of this is me going into it and finding, like, how do I feel when I'm at my wit's end and everything sucks?
Yeah.
How do I respond? Because so much of it is I'm yelling and being evil, and then the other half is I'm messing with people and being funny.
Right.
So it was finding that feeling of exasperation, of like, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Nothing matters anymore. I'm going to be silly.
Right.
Which that was much easier for me to find. How is it to be yelled at?
So
And should I do it more?
no. For me, a lot of it is like, I think Ophelia, coming into that scene, she has a certain amount of hope that everything with Hamlet is just like, it's just going to fall away when it's just them, like I feel like she has this hope of, he loves me and cares about me, and he's not losing it. He's not gone. Like, this is still the Hamlet that I know and love. And so with that hope, like, she comes into the scene still like, okay, it's okay. Because that's kind of what, like, the attitude of everyone is before or leading up to the scene, kind of, to an extent. And so it's like that kind of motivation at the start. And then I had to think about it as like a slowly like fading light. Like,
Yeah.
if that hope is like a light bulb throughout the scene, it just fades.
Yeah.
And it's not anger at Hamlet, towards Hamlet specifically, I've found that it's more of like mourning. It's her mourning the man that she once knew and loved, or she does know and love. She's like, this is not the man that I fell in love with.
Yeah.
And beyond that, it's an anger at everyone around both of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's an anger at her father. It's anger towards the queen and Claudius. And so it's like, it's this weird mix of emotions. And through that, I've been like, okay, so I'm a woman in, what's the time period? Like the
late 1400s.
yeah, like the Elizabethan, whatever. I'm a woman a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm a woman a long time ago.
I'm a woman in the
So
past.
if I crashed out right now, what would happen?
Yeah.
You know? And so Ophelia, being raised as a noble in a way, has always been taught, hey, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's been like, I have to keep my composure here, but I can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit of like kind of stifling those emotions, but also like still allowing myself to feel them. And then obviously that temptation to kind of suppress those emotions fades away
Yeah.
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but like it's definitely just it's mourning Hamlet. It's anger towards everybody else. And again, I think, like I said earlier, like because of how much I care about Ophelia, it hasn't been incredibly difficult to snap into that. Just
Yeah.
because I can kind of like, I already care so much about her as a character. I'm not going to say that I relate to her because that would be crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm able to kind of like sympathize with her
Yeah.
because she deserves it.
For sure.
So
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Were there any like famous Ophelias that you took inspiration from?
So, this is something that I've talked about a lot ever since, like, actually even before I knew we were doing Hamlet. In 2019, an adaptation of Hamlet was released called Ophelia. Guess what it's about? It's
Hamlet?
about Ophelia. And it kind of tells her story. Like, it starts off being like, you think you know my story, you know?
Right.
And-
okay.
Which is how I
edgy.
start every conversation.
Yes.
Well, there I am.
You think you know my story.
You're probably wondering how
How
I
I
got
got
here.
Can we add a record scratch into the show?
Wait, that's good.
You need to add that sound effect immediately.
I don't think we
Anyway.
have it. No.
We'll get on it.
Thank you.
But yeah, so it's like it's a great movie, and it shows this entire situation. Well, it starts a few months prior to the actual start of the story.
Yeah.
And Ophelia is like a lady in waiting, and she has connections throughout the castle, but she's still kind of like pushed away in a lot of ways. And oh, hey, sorry, I'm sorry.
Not sponsored by Alani.
And the way that she shows the complexity of everything in Ophelia's situation, I just was so like entranced by the moment that I watched it. And I mean, it's different because it doesn't necessarily follow like exactly how it is. It kind of adds a lot to it, and it makes it seem like not everything written in Hamlet is as it seems with Ophelia, which I do
Yeah.
appreciate because there's a lot of ways that you could really like read into things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you could be like, hey, maybe it's this way,
Yeah.
or maybe it's this way. Maybe it's not just the way that it seems in this moment.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Ophelia is about. Like she ends up like running away, and you know, Hamlet and Ophelia get married, which is not necessarily implied in Hamlet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of started my admiration for Ophelia. And I just love Daisy Ridley too.
Valid.
And then just like
I
I've
like
watched
her
it.
in The Force Awakens.
Okay, that's
great, buddy.
Isn't that her in The
yes,
Force
yeah,
Awakens?
yeah. You're right. She's Ray.
Dang.
Yeah.
Imagine getting invited onto a podcast and then the podcast host says something and then both of you go, that's really good, bud.
Well, we're just so
That was-
excited to be here
That
we were.
was crazy.
No, I'm glad that you know who she is.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
you know, there are opinions about the sequels.
But
But we
they
don't have to
suck.
get into that.
Let's not get into Star Wars.
Yeah, they
right
suck.
now.
But yeah, no. So like when I saw
We'll do
that,
politics before we do that.
whoa. But I've watched it so many times, and I've seen every single time I see something different. I see something different that she does with the role, and I'm just like, whoa. And I wouldn't say that necessarily I have modeled my Ophelia after Daisy Ridley's, but it's definitely been a part of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a long-winded answer to a very
No,
short
no,
question.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
very cool.
Perfect. It was perfect.
I have one last question for
Go ahead.
us.
Oh, okay.
You guys do sword fights.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
Zeke has
Tell
talked
me-
a lot about the sword fighting.
Actually,
Tell
it's
me
just
about,
Ophelia.
Tell me about choreographing a sword fight. Tell
Yeah,
me
wh-
what that's like.
What's learning sword fighting like?
Fun. It was very fun. It was very difficult at the start because we did not have swords. We had broomsticks.
That's good.
And everyone was really mean to me about how bad I was at sword fighting. But I had a broomstick.
Yeah.
And it was like I was holding the broomstick. And then there was like an extra 2 feet that was hitting my back.
Sure.
You,
And everyone was treating me like I'm an idiot.
you never did lightsaber battles when you were little?
No. Of course
What?
not.
You never did lights. Listen, so y'all were making fun of me for Star Wars
No, no,
now, but
no.
it comes back.
I didn't have friends until like 6 months ago.
Well, that's on you, buddy.
I would watch videos of others sword fighting and be like, wow.
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 What children get up to. I was born at 80 years old.
Sure.
I was in
Wow.
my sandals and I had my cup of tea.
What's
good.
You've been like reverse aging. What's
Benjamin
that?
Button.
Yeah,
Benjamin
Benjamin Button.
Button.
That's the guy's
Oh.
name. Yeah.
What was the question? Oh, sword fighting.
Sword fighting.
But once we got the swords, it was much, much, much better. And it was one of my favorite parts of it, just to like get out of my head in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. So much of the show for me is, well, now I have to explore mortality. I have to give a super deep talk about how, my dad's disappointed and I'm unlovable and now everyone's mad at me for being sad for too long. And then I get to pick up a sword and it's like, I just get to have fun now.
That's what my life is like.
You pick up a sword?
Whenever I'm having a bad day,
Oh.
pick up a sword and
And I think that's really valid.
Yeah.
Are you okay now? Do I need to worry?
Yeah. What kind of sword are you picking up?
What kind of day you having?
we'll talk about it after the
Okay.
To keep the podcast going for as long. When the podcast
talking.
ends, we end.
Yeah. You ever just think like it's a role and you don't have to do all that?
No, I feel deeply everything Hamlet feels. I sort of, Suzanne always tells you, take it home with you.
Yeah.
Bring it home,
Yeah, that's-
explore it at night.
She
That's-
doesn't say that.
Sorry, this is my answer.
Yeah.
I take it home with you. Feel it all. Let it weigh on you. And I have been.
See, what's funny is that most directors will tell you to do the exact opposite.
Except for Suzanne.
And I guarantee
Yeah.
Suzanne's telling us the
Suzanne
opposite.
also
I
says
have-
the
But
exact opposite.
nonetheless,
Yeah.
Joe.
Suzanne threw a couple bananas at someone's car. And
Now we can't keep that in.
No, yeah, well, we can keep that in.
okay.
I want it,
Vandalism?
I want it on record that I did not bring it up.
So Taz, what happened? Who threw bananas
Let's
at your
wrap
car?
it up. Let's wrap it up.
I don't recall that happening.
Fake event.
Fake event.
Fake news.
Fake news. Ooh, that's a nice sound.
Anyways, so
I hope to God I look at this and it is entirely uncut. I want.
it's not going
What would
to be.
happen?
39 minutes.
We get fired.
I don't think they'd fire you.
We'd get in trouble.
No, we're good.
From who?
For some of it.
No, we're good.
Well, yeah, your car would be a little bananaed afterward, but
No, that's
But that's
that's
just
only your
Taz.
problem.
that's only my problem.
Anyway.
Let's talk about why that happened.
No.
Let's see.
No. I have
Brandon,
to leave.
what do you think I did?
I have to
Okay,
leave.
you're fine. We have one host left. Brandon, why do you think that happened to me?
I don't know.
All right.
Hold up.
Let's wrap it up.
One more.
If you had any advice for people who wanted to get into acting, what would it be? How would you advise someone into getting into acting for the first time?
Who do you want?
I think that it's something that. Hold on.
Do you want me to answer first?
No, I got it. No,
Okay.
yeah, you do.
Okay. I got into acting late. My first show ever was at my sophomore year of community college. And I sort of fell in love with it immediately just because of how much it let me explore my emotions. I never really did art for my entire life. And that sounds so silly and pretentious, but being able to explore how I feel and how things might be affecting me, and I think more importantly, how things affect others. You know, a lot of acting is empathy, feeling, because no matter who you play, you have to be on their side. When Hamlet kills someone, I have to be like, okay, not cool, but why did he do it? Why does he think this is the right moment to do this? And that, I think that's made me a much kinder person overall, because when it's allowed me to, when someone does something that feels awful and evil to me, being able to go, okay, well, what situation would I do that in? What would push me to get there? Because they're trying to do their best. And being able to explore that on stage, I think just makes you a more true, kind, curious person.
Yeah.
So my advice would just be to do it and do it with pride. Because so I really like the idea of like Sonder. You'll know that concept of like how everybody has their own individual life, and like it's something hard to grasp, but it's so true. And theater is taking that concept and understanding that there are so many different stories, and then being able to tell those stories.
Yeah.
You know, like you get to step outside of your own life and your own experiences and your own stories and look at somebody else's, even if they're a completely fictional character, and you get to walk in that person's shoes. And really, for me personally, it's truly an honor. And then also, like, I do find a lot of comfort in it. It's something that I've been doing since I was like 7 years old. I've been on stage since I was 3, and it's just something it's like a really safe place for me.
Yeah.
Because I also I'm able to feel a sort of weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
And then also just be glad to be there and have that opportunity to tell a story. And because all of life is storytelling, and that's art. And in a lot of ways, all of life is art, and I think it should be. And so definitely, like, if you're going to do it, have no fear. I mean, it's scary, it's unnatural, but do it with pride and bravery.
And if you do have fear, do it anyway.
Yes.
Because I have been scared for 22 years, and I still do it. So,
right.
You know, if I do it well, who knows? But I do it. I will also say that for me, acting is not therapy, Suzanne. It is not therapy, but it does allow me to focus on something else for a second.
Yes.
Yeah.
When my world is on fire and everything seems hopeless and I feel out of control, I know that for 3 hours a day, I know exactly what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I know the place I'm going to have to feel. I know the people I'm going to talk to, and it is such a weight to lift off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not therapy.
But it's not therapy.
It's better.
Go to therapy.
It's freer.
Don't. Just read Shakespeare.
Go to therapy.
Don't
Be a better person. Don't listen to actors. And
We're all
And,
terrible people.
and sword fight when you're having a bad day.
And sword fight
Bingo.
when you're having. Oh, okay, yeah. Taz's license plate number is
My social security number.
Address.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it.
Yes.
Do you have any you want to shout anything out really quickly before we end the episode?
You're the one that does stuff.
Hey, so genuinely, like, if you have an opportunity to come see Hamlet,
Yeah.
please, please, please do, because Shakespeare in general, even though it's so, like, it's literally, like, I think you think traditional theater, you think Shakespeare. Like,
Yeah.
and in a lot of ways, people might think that that's, like, okay, it's just kind of, like,
Yeah, it's boring.
it's like the base, it's the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Well,
not where I was going.
I'm saying it's not though.
Yeah, the
But,
show's
okay,
stupid. We don't want to see it.
But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that even though it's got such a long history and it's so, like, iconic in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
it's difficult,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
in it, like, today, when you get a bunch of freaking Gen Zers on that stage talking in whatever
Right.
gibberish.
I am
Like,
gibberish.
it's a process,
Yeah.
and everybody in this cast has worked so very hard, and so much has gone into it, and everybody is doing so brilliantly, and I think that come see it.
This is
Period.
one
See
of
it.
the best casts I've ever worked with.
Absolutely.
Truly, everyone is giving it their all.
Yeah.
Harley has worked so hard. She fought to have 2 extra monologues added into the show that she was not originally supposed to do.
Wow.
Because they're important.
They're so important, and she does them so very well.
Yeah.
And there is not a person in this show that does not deliver everything. I mean, it is truly fantastic.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And the dates are November 18th through the 21st.
You can only it's the 21st to the 23rd for
Is it?
public shows.
Is it?
Dude.
That's not what
Bro.
I said in my
Well,
promo.
18th through the 21st, 18th, 19th, and 20th are the high school shows.
Yeah.
And then the 21st,
Yeah.
22nd, and 23rd
I just say the lines.
is when the public can come and see the show.
I just
Yes.
say the
Awesome.
lines.
And where's it going to be at?
Norton Auditorium.
Norton Auditorium.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
come-
making some really cool set pieces.
Yes.
It's going
Come-
to be really cool.
Come check it out. And if you're not in the area, go see your local production of Hamlet, or see it wherever you can see it. I'm sure there's
Absolutely.
online versions as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
can
so
go
many.
So many.
check
many.
out. Go
For
see
sure.
all the versions of Hamlet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check us out on Instagram,
Spotify.
YouTube, Spotify.
Apple
Apple
Podcasts,
Podcasts and
Podbean.
Podbean.
Yeah. UNA Soda Pop Podcast, all that
Yeah,
fun
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, we release episodes weekly. Leave us a like, comment, anything like that. It helps us. We're just a bunch of college
Subscribe.
kids.
I
I really liked that. I
Can
really
we clip that? Can we clip just that?
Wait,
and
add
put it
that
like
in.
right
College
here.
kids. I really
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
yeah.
Right,
college
subscribe.
I
kids.
see some buttons here. You can.
Nonetheless,
But
all
yeah,
right.
We appreciate it. We're just a bunch of college kids in a closet. So
Yeah.
thank you for watching. And as always, keep making stuff.
And stay creative.
Heck yeah.
Okay,
All right,
we're
we gotta walk
We're gonna hit
off.
the music, and then we're gonna get up and walk off.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I did.
Oh,
Ready.
fire.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Should I take my Alani with me?